This year, Donald Trump demonstrated that you can be a dumb, dangerous dipshit and still be president of the United States of America. This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. Well, Donald Trump is certainly the most unfit man to ever take up space in the Oval Office, and this past year he did just about everything he could to ensure that every inhabitant of planet Earth knows it. For my final show of this year, I wanted to compile a list of the biggest fails of his or most embarrassing moments from 2017. But there were just too many to calculate and rank, so I'm just going to cover several of the moments which Donald Trump disgraced the office of the presidency, and by extension, the people of this great nation. All right, let's get started, but remember, these are in no particular order. He talked about the election being over, in effect telling his opponents and detractors to get over it, and then proceeded for the entirety of 2017 to not get over it himself, constantly talking about Hillary Clinton and even lying. Well, watch for lying, because it's going to be a trend. Lying about voter fraud by 3 million non-existent people. He attacked, maligned, and lied about the constitutionally protected free press, even going as far as to threaten to strip their broadcast licenses from outlets who accurately report on him. After firing FBI Director James Comey, he threatened him about the possibility of there being secret recordings of their private conversations in the White House. There weren't, though. He lied about that, too. Oh, and speaking of recordings, he also lied about President Obama having wiretapped him during the election. It wasn't true, and every head of our intelligence agencies, as well as the Department of Justice and the FBI, confirmed that it wasn't true. He even went as far as to ask the hypothetical legal question to Twitter of whether or not it was legal for someone to do something they didn't do, because, again, it didn't happen. Donald Trump lied about it. He told the devastated and grieving widow of Army Sergeant LaDavid Johnson that he knew what he had signed up for, and then lied and said he hadn't said that. He even claimed that he had proof that he hadn't said it, and that there would be he would provide that proof. Well, he didn't. He lied about it. He provided nothing but unnecessary emotional harm on a woman who was already suffering unimaginable trauma. He failed the American citizens in Puerto Rico during their darkest hour and then lied about all of the good he was doing for them. He attacked their politicians, brought up their precarious financial situation, which was brought on by his buddies on Wall Street, and essentially called Puerto Ricans lazy for not helping themselves. And again, you guessed it, he lied. Aid to the island was negligently late, and Trump blamed it all on the water that surrounded the island. Ugh. Also, listen, I would be remiss if I didn't highlight all of the deleted tweets from this past year. In moments when he retweeted tweets from Russian bot accounts or racists overseas who have since had their Twitter accounts suspended for abuse and targeted harassment of others. But what would you expect? These are Trump's people. Look, I could go on because with each new day with Donald Trump as president of these United States, we suffer new indignities. But keep your chin up, America, because we will get through this. It is 2018, and that means midterms. We are going to take back the seats all across the country and ride a wave of opposition back to Washington, D.C., with elected officials who represent us and don't bow and scrape before Donald Trump like these sycophantic coward Republicans who forgot that they're in a co-equal branch of government. It's going to be good. Happy New Year, everybody. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for checking out my channel and this video. If you like what I do here and you appreciate it, go ahead and click subscribe. And if you really like it and appreciate what I do and you'd like to join my Patreon family, there's another link there for that. It's not just for the podcast. It's also for YouTube. Thanks a lot.